Today we're going to talk a little about Scratch. Scratch is a great way to teach kids about programming, or at least introduce them to programming. It was a project that was developed and is currently maintained by the Lifelong Kindergarten Group at MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And the great thing about it is that it doesn't require kids to learn syntax to get their programs to work. And syntax is one of the harder things to grasp because computers can be a little persnickety about very minor things that kids can easily miss. So it's a great way to introduce them, and it uses some great cartoon characters, so it lowers the intimidation factor for a younger learner. So let's actually jump right in. If you go to your browser and type in scratch.mit.edu, it will take you to the Scratch page. And you don't have to download anything. You can use it straight from here. You can get a user account if you want, which allows you to save your projects in the cloud online. But if you don't want to do that, you can save the Scratch files to your computer and upload them back whenever you'd like to work on them again. So let's actually jump right in and create a Scratch program just to show you how easy it is. So this is the programming environment. This is the cute little character that they use to execute the commands that kids will create. And here are a list of the program directives that the kids can use. And it's got pretty much everything that you would look for in a basic programming language. There's some motion things because you can move the character around, but you can do things like if-then statements or loops. You can ask for input and create variables to place that input in. A lot of the things that you would see in even an advanced programming language. So it's a great way to introduce kids to core programming concepts. So let's do this. Let's rename the sprite real quick. The sprite is the little character here that the kids will use. We're going to call him Doug. Okay, so Doug is our sprite. And let's drag this out. So what you do is you drag these things instead of the kids having to learn how to type them. They drag things in and just change little bits about them. So now Doug will move 50 steps. And what we will have him do is create a loop here that will loop forever. Let's have him ask what our name is. Ask what's your name and wait. And then we'll make him do something. If, and you can see this is comparing two things to see if they're equal. Go back and see what's your name. The answer is here. If the answer to what's your name is Doug, then we'll have him play a sound. So if this is true, then we'll play a sound. If it's not true, then we'll have him do something else. What can we have him do? Let's do another repeat 36 times. Turn 10 degrees, and in between each turn, wait 0.2 seconds. Okay, so that is a basic program. Let's see what happens. So if I click on the first link here, he moved to the right, and he asked me what my name was. I'm going to say my name is Sally. So if you look here, the answer is not going to be Sally, so it's going to hopefully spin him around a few times. Oh, there he goes. He's going to spin, and I said 36 times, 10 degrees each time. He should go in a complete circle. And there we go. And since I have him repeat forever, he asked me what my name is. Let's give him the name that I expected, Doug. And he meowed. That's perfect. Okay, so that is a basic program in Scratch, and you can see there's control statements, there's if-then statements, there's variables, everything that you'd want a kid to learn for basics of programming. You can share this program with the world if you've signed in, or you can just save it to your own computer. But I think, as you can see, it's a great way to introduce kids to programming, and I would highly recommend that you give it a shot if you've got a kid. Scratch has committed to being free forever. It was publicly funded or partially publicly funded, so it's a great way to teach kids to program, and I hope you enjoyed this.